Welcome. That's our new interlude. I hope you're ready. All those nasty ass little motherfucking spirits that hang out here all the time. Your days are over. Your days in the sun are over, my friend, because Whitney got a singing dish. And I hung out with a group of magical ladies. Today I got myself a snake ring, because apparently I don't have enough snakes in my life. Serenity now. Serenity now. Big day. Holy shit. Okay, I'm going to roll the dice. We have Pluto, 4th house, with Taurus. I just heard the song Lightning Crashes by Live. Something fucking happened in this last, 48 hours, okay? We got NaRc on the table. 4th house, Cancer, roots. Pluto is Scorpio energy. Taurus was Scorpio. Death, transformation. The beginning. Okay, so honestly, somebody might be getting arrested. Like a ticket. And I just got 2 tickets to paradise. Won't you pack your bags? We're leaving the day after tomorrow. That's The Office. Oh my God, pack your bags. We're leaving day after tomorrow. Okay, new story. So, I mean, honestly, I feel like somebody could be going to jail. An anomaly. This crow card just sat up with the cocking card. Like, this new beginning is an anomaly. This kind of thing doesn't happen to people. All right, tell me what's going on. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Obviously, this is not going to resonate with everybody. We have good distractions right now, and I feel like good distractions aimed at your enemies. Yeah, there's the devil. You might know somebody that breaks the law. I just got drug dealer, emotional as fuck, social media, 4-leaf clover, and great choice. Okay, so this could literally be like a Crime Stoppers thing. Okay, Taurus energy with that kind of like Hierophant energy of possibly going to somebody. Okay, maybe you're learning the judicial system. Okay, learning death penalties. I mean, I took law in high school and it blew my mind. Okay, there's a lot of like wrapped in holes of the law, but like learning law was very interesting. Okay, so I feel like if you put in a Crime Stoppers on somebody, if you put a tip in, if you called unsolved mysteries, like NaRc would mean that you went out of your way, and take it how it resonates. You went out of your way to figure out what was going on. Undercover. NaRcs are undercover. Okay. They're non-government, form. Like, they're not non-government, but you know what I mean? They're hidden. Okay. So emotional as fuck with the devil, good distractions. Now I'm getting, that movie Running with the Devil? I'm not sure if you saw it or not, but now I'm getting Running with the Devil. That's just getting one product from one country to another country involves like 20 people. And a product goes from $3 a kilo to suddenly $20,000 a kilo. Okay. Like, I don't know if somebody's a drug dealer or, like, again, I don't know if you know, like, a commercial pilot. Okay. This person is bringing more than just people abroad, possibly. Okay. Fourth House Heritage Roots could be a family business. Okay. So say the family business is a helicopter business, something like that. There's somebody in the business that's doing something wrong, or you are, okay. So for the last few years, my mission, if you get fucked over, okay, if somebody fires you for no reason or you lose a job, okay, sometimes we're deemed at birth with these kind of missions. It just depends. But sometimes, like for the last probably like 7 years now, at least, my mission has been bullshit. It seems like bullshit company owners, right? I think I was supposed to own a company a long time ago, and I think somebody took it away from me, meaning they took the energy away from me, saying that I wasn't allowed to own a company. I wouldn't be old enough to own a company. So therefore, they need to get the company. So, and now I'm getting, my grandparents also, they owned this motel back in the day, this motel and ice cream store. And I used to clean the rooms. There was 20 rooms, at least 30 rooms in this motel. And my grandparents had a bookie not a bookie, but yeah, an accountant, okay, and did their taxes wrong. So when they were looking at retiring, they owed the government like $150,000 or something like that from this idiot doing their taxes for so long. So they had to sell the hotel and shit to pay off the government. And I feel like that if my mother and my sister and I would have gotten a hold of that motel, because I mean, I was working there my whole life, basically. What we would have turned it into, a bunch of little fucking witches. We would have turned that place. There's the hotel around. It still is the only hotel. It isn't anymore, actually. It was broken down. It's apartment buildings now. But we could have sold that property. Then the next two owners, after the one owner that bought it from my grandparents, sold it for $1.5 million. So we would have been millionaires if they had just, either paid the government off in a different way, took a second mortgage out or something like that. If they didn't sell, we could have had that company. But again, it was like something was so against my sister and I. I don't know what it is. My mom has ran a bed and breakfast out in Miramichi, New Brunswick now for years. I don't know if she has it anymore, but we've always been in the hospitality industry. We've always taken care of people and done laundry and fucking scooped ice cream and made coffee, and we've always taken care of people. Okay, so we're hard workers. Okay, and once these businesses from my family got taken away because they all got sold, I still stayed in that industry. That's what's so funny about it. My sister, and I got my sister into the industry too, because it's a great industry if you want to take care of people. Okay. You can make a lot of money doing it. And I mean, of course you have to work. Everybody does. But everybody's so fixated on, I want the weekends off. What the fuck does that even mean? You want Saturday and Sunday off? Why? What does that even mean? If you don't have kids, weekends mean nothing. It's all in your fucking head. It's just someone trying to fuck with you. Okay, so if you had like something taken away from you or an opportunity to have a business, but then somehow you didn't, you might have got wrapped into this new mission. Okay, well, it's not a new mission. It's old now, and I think it's done. But I think you were just a part of a mission, and the way that this would resonate is you keep getting fired from places. Okay, or, you barely pass your probation, and almost from day one, you fucking hate it. That's this mission. Okay, because it's not about the work. Like, yes, the government knows you have to, or the universe knows you have to get paid, but because somebody fucked your fate, Okay, you weren't allowed to have a beautiful chapter where you could have started a business for yourself. You had to watch everybody else around you get the business. Okay, and that's how you know what this is about, because it's about the devil. It's about a bunch of greedy, entitled little assholes coming in and taking your idea and saying they deserve, okay, what you're about to do, not you. And somehow, through that greed, through that entitlement, they're actually able to steal from collective, or they were able to steal from collective. Yo, 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 don't worry, I'll Yo, yo, yo. Okay, now my sister's home, door shut. Okay, so it seems like the devil got a hold of it. Okay, the devil got a hold of it, which is so many people who have kids when they're like 16. Who do you think they got that kid from? Yes, I know they had sex to make it, but they most likely took a gift from another person by saying they wanted to be a young mom because they deserved it. That's why there are so many people out there that have kids that they don't want, okay, who have kids that are younger, or they're 40 years old, they still don't have kids. Everybody around them has kids because everybody wanted the opportunity to take something from you before you got it. Okay, so then you turn into a narc. You go, okay, fine. You want to take this away from me? I can't stop you from breaking the law. Stop you from stealing from me, obviously. So I'm going to hunt you down and I'm going to figure out what you're doing wrong. Because anybody that steps in line in front of somebody to take something, okay, is obviously dirty. Okay, that's dirty behavior. Okay, so these people are nasty individuals. Okay, so you had a ticket this whole time to narc them out. Narc them, okay? And however many, I don't know how many this worked for. I don't know how many times you had to do it, but I feel like you finally now worked your payment off, you worked your debt off, you worked something off. Okay, and being a narc, honestly, I feel like for a lot of people was a good distraction because you got to point the blame on other people. It wasn't about anything that you were doing. It was about watching everybody else. Okay, so this has been like a stunt of growth for somebody, for sure. Okay, again, 30s, 40s, 50s, you still haven't owned a house, still not married, no kids. That sometimes is holdback, karmic holdbacks, because people are stepping in front of you and taking these things away from you, saying that they deserve to have them, not you. You can't have them because, I don't know, you're some freak that's going to fuck it all up or something like that. You're not going to put it away properly. You're not going to do with it properly. I keep hearing running with the devil. So these people are running with the devil. They're getting played themselves. They know this for money. There's Dana Scully, evidence that so many people that fucked you over, it was all about the money. So then what does it become to you then? Once you can't do your mission anymore, or once something happens to your mission, well, suddenly now it's not about money anymore. This comes down to, all right, I have to do my job. But they know you have to make money. Therefore, it still is going to affect your money, though. That's the thing. Lucky number 13. So this is why I feel like death is here then, okay, to clear the bad energy out. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Get you on the other side of something. Because, like, I feel like collective wasn't on the right side. You know, like you were working with people and with people, but they weren't on your team. They weren't vouching for you. They weren't doing anything for you. They weren't there for you. You know how many companies I worked for that literally didn't pay me? Okay. Even if it was $100, $200, okay. They stiffed me. They robbed me. Some stole from me. Others took hours away from me. You know, basically been treated like brutally. I mean, I was let go from a place after I got food poisoning one time. Yeah, bunch of different shit. I'm like, I'm 20 years under my belt with what I do. What the fuck are you talking about, right? But then people say, oh, You got a lot of experience. Okay, maybe you're overqualified. Oh, you know how many times that pisses me off? Being told being overqualified for something? That's ridiculous. There's no such thing. There's no such fucking thing. Either you want the job or you don't. And they know that only suckers are willing to do some of the most shadiest jobs. It's not about you have fucking, oh my God, more experience. So social media here is like, I feel like you could be watching their social media and that's how you know. There's witch in reverse with yes and accidents. Ooh, game over. This is a witch in reverse. They're a monster. The Tower card. I worked on that Tower card for so long. The Tower card. Accidents. Game over. They really do think that this is a fucking game. I mean, they really do. And when people think that life is a game, they play it like that. They make stupid moves. They act like they can just be brought back to life if they die. You know, it's just crazy. I mean, once you put an idea into somebody's head, what they're willing to go for it with, there's death right there. People don't understand, you know, they're so much closer to death than what they realize. And then even if they do realize how close to death they are, they don't care. They don't care. It's just again, like, okay, well, why did you even state the fact if you're not going to fucking do anything about it? What's the point? Like, what the fuck is the point? People are crazy. You know what I'm saying? There's the perfect storm with vampire, ace of swords. Another overly emotional card. Okay, creepy, hate, exit, and murder. So whatever it is, collective is being escorted away. There is some very overly emotional people, and they're not overly emotional. They're just fucking creepy. Okay, so there's a perfect storm coming. It's like a series of events that all line up together. Okay, and I think the series of events is attached to this witch in reverse. Something about a know-it-all. Again, like, you know, fuck around with magic, find out. Fuck around, find out. That's my favorite thing to say with people who just think they're allowed to do whatever they want. You know, because daddy back in the day used to let them do whatever they want. And, well, that's not the way the life works. But they don't, you know, try to tell that to an entitled brat that the way that they want it, they can't just have it the way that they want it because they want it a certain way. Okay, when it involves somebody else's life. Okay, even if this person feels like they did in some way affect your life, okay, with their actions, that was just somebody entertaining them. That's it. They're getting played. They're getting played more than they think that they are, you know, like, because whatever it is that this entity is doing with them, or whoever it is that's playing them, okay, the whole point is to kill them. Okay, so they want to get them doing as much as they can against collective, so then there'll be so much energy that's forged against them for going against collective and going against people that are here to help people that are mission. Literally mission to be here. We have to be here. There is no other option. Okay, so these other people that are walking the fucking tightrope with no fucking circus net, thinking that life is a joke, trying to kill you off while they're up there in that fucking line, better watch what you say and watch your fucking step, right? Because they always think that they can walk on water, that nothing will happen to them until something happens to them. Okay, so, and whatever this person is, they think they can't die. Okay, so they dance around with death. It's like, yeah, you can dance around with death all you dance around with death your whole fucking life. I mean, who are you trying to prove that you can't die? Are you trying to prove it to yourself, or are you trying to prove it to everybody else? Nobody fucking cares if you can't die. That's the thing. Like, when you are that set on how other people feel about you, or if other people like you, or if other people accept you, you're going to live the most loneliest, pathetic life in the world. Because everybody, there's in a room full of people, there's somebody that's not going to like you. In a room full of people, somebody's not going to like what you're wearing. In a room full of people, somebody's going to hate the way you smell. In a room full of people, someone's not going to like the cut of your fucking jib and the way that you walked in, okay? Like, I mean, if you're going to base your opinions of yourself on how other people see you, your life is going to fucking blow chunks, okay? It's going to blow ass, okay? It really is, because I mean, to give other people control of you and how you feel about yourself and how you think about yourself is fucking crazy. That's what they want. They want to have control of your personal thoughts. Okay, so then all you do is think about them. All right? Like, but when you're smarter than that, like, no, world doesn't revolve around you, my friend. World revolves around me. Hence, if you're in your life, then the door is revolving for you. It ain't revolving for anybody else. So why the fuck do people think that they can walk into your life and have the door that revolves around your life suddenly revolve around theirs? It's crazy. But people are fucking crazy. Okay, that's how this whole thing started. The sun and deadline. Okay, so I feel like it's a good thing that the sun is out. It means that there's a new beginning. Okay? And if this was a world that you couldn't leave before, you now can, because it's up. The mission is done. Okay, whoever you had to narc on, tell on, fucking, it's so, what sucks about it is it seems like so demeaning, so dehumanizing that you have to put yourself into situations where you're now judging other people, because like, who wants to be that person that sits there and judges? But it's not a judge on how you personally feel about it. It's a judge on how that person's doing it in an outside, kind of from an outside perspective. Okay, so transformation, family heritage transformation. Again, when we talked about somebody possibly going to jail, a lot of that would be the fact of the universe protecting you, okay? And they're going to accidentally fuck up, like they're going to do something. They're not going to have their paperwork right, or something's going to happen. And that's how they're going to get busted. Like, obviously, somebody else deserves to get busted and not you anymore. Okay, collective has taken a hit way too much for people. Okay, and it stops. No more taking the heat for fucking other people. It's stupid. All right, I'm going to do one more clearing. Come on, baby. Oh, man. Literally. It was so funny. This is how fucked up where I live. I walk into a store. I look at those sound bowls. Fucking bitch wanted $195 for one. Yeah, okay. Never going to pay $195 for something that looks like this. Ever. I go to the store literally directly beside. $60. I'm like, how dumb are people? Like, you put something for $195, which means plus tax, you're looking at like $210, $215. And I went next door and bought one for like a third of the price. Like, how dumb are people? Honestly. I feel like we don't really have much energy in the air. Pentacles in reverse. The Devil, Queen of Wands, okay. And we got Strength in reverse, Two of Cups, the Star in reverse, and the Knight of Swords in reverse. All right. Hierophant in reverse. That's funny. I put the Two of Pentacles in reverse with the Two of Cups upright. Okay. You might have somebody, you might possibly start working somewhere. Okay, and you like fall in love with your teacher. Okay, like your trainer, your manager, something like that. Star in reverse with the Knight of Swords in reverse. You might think like, okay, maybe we shouldn't do this. We work together. And to say that, I feel like what Tarot is saying would be like, that would be a lie to say. You only live one life, okay? And you might start a job and it might have taken you a long time to get into that job, okay? It might have taken you fucking years to get that job. And then all of a sudden, literally the first day, you meet your crew who you're going to be working with, and you're like, oh, and you like totally fall in love with, the one person that you're working with, okay? Or something like that. I don't know. Take the analogy, it resonates. And you're like, okay, well, maybe I'm just obsessed with them, or maybe this is just lusty, okay? I think the more you get to know them, you're going to realize, like, you might just be really attracted to them in the beginning, and then kind of see that being as, like, a little bit shallow. Okay, you can find somebody attractive, because that's not going to work. Okay, but then you start to really get to know them, and it's the connection is something that you can't deny. So you're going to end up really connecting with something. And maybe that's why the Pentacles is the only Pentacle card that came up here, okay, is in reverse, because the money doesn't matter. I don't think you're going to all of a sudden be like, okay, do I need to go find another job because now I can't work with you? I can't see it being like that because it's in reverse. Knight of Pentacles upright in reverse. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. So there's another Pentacles too, Page of Pentacles, and then there's this fucking Three of Pentacles. Okay. Oh my God, and then the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so clearly this is about money. This is about money. A lot of money. Okay. Manifesting your goals, okay, and then manifestations of abundant harvest. What they work together to create perfection. Okay, so slow and steady wins the race. If this is somebody that you are working with, that you all of a sudden find attractive, okay, slow and steady wins the race. That means that this isn't going to be a job that you're going to get fired from or have to leave from. You're going to be there for a while. So it's almost like slow and steady does win the race. The more you get to know them, the more you're not going to be able to deny. Okay, they see this confidence in you. I think somebody that you work with is actually kind of a little obsessed with you. Okay, but it's not obsession like they want to tie you up in their basement and keep you to themselves forever. It's not like a creepy thing. Okay, it's not a creepy thing. It's more like I don't know, they see, because you're coming up as the Queen of Wands, which is really like confident, independent, determined. So maybe if they are like your coach or your training manager or something like that, they see you as very confident in your skills, okay? And that they might have you with other trainees, they might have booked like 4 or 5 shifts with you, sat down, did stuff on the book with you, but with you, a special circumstance, they might see you as like, again, like with that overqualified, except you don't get fired. It's an overqualified, like, okay, we might be able to skip a couple of steps with you because you know what you're doing, okay? And that's attractive to them, that you know what you're talking about. Okay. So then Queen of Swords in reverse with the Hangman in reverse. They're not fucking around. That's what that gives me. They're not fucking around. They're not scared. You might have, okay, yeah, here we go. So you might have had some people in the past that have like ran away from you, treated you like shit. Okay, not really loved you. You were like one of many, okay? Really, you were just more like a fucking sexual experiment than a girlfriend, okay? They are not like that, okay? They're not scared of commitment, okay? So they're a good boss, like they obviously, that's why I said, like, you're not going to go in and out of this place. Okay. So even if it doesn't work out with them, if you try, try slowly, don't be a whore. Okay. And if it doesn't work, I don't think this person's going to be like, well, we can't work together anymore. You need to get on a different shift. They're probably going to be like, well, at least we took our chance and it didn't work. Then you might become like awesome friends or something like that, because in your mind, you don't see the connection, but you might not see the connection because they're your fucking boss. And like, it's like working for the devil and then finding the devil attractive. It's like, obviously you're probably going to find them attractive. Okay. But you might not want to say anything again, because like you work together or something. You have to be partnered together. Okay, this seems like a lot, but we have the 4 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the King of Swords in reverse. So the King and Queen of Swords came out here in reverse. You might think that they're like just watching you because they watch everybody. No. Wherever this place is, they know you're going to make a lot of money. And look at what's on her plate. Oh my God, a song bowl. See the energy coming out of the song bowl, and it's manifesting into her creations. Okay. It's that literally what we just did with the song bowl. Okay. So, Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Magician in reverse. Judgment in reverse. King of Pentacles. Like this person doesn't fuck around at work, okay? They're not just out trying to put some spell on you to get you fired or something like that, okay? They're like, okay, well, if it doesn't work out, you should still stay here because there's a lot of money. Wherever you're going to be working or wherever it is that you got a new job, there's a lot of money. This person has money, so they don't really care. They're like, okay, well, if you want to quit, but like, do you really want to? And you're going to be like, no. I highly doubt that the universe is going to fucking line you up with like your perfect job and then line you up with some scumbag who's going to fucking chuck you. Okay, like I don't think they're going to do that, okay, personally, but I just got fucked and chucked, so who the fuck knows? Literally, it still happens in our 40s, people, okay? Literally does. So, and I knew this person for 14 years. Never thought in a million years, I thought I could trust him. Nope, doesn't matter how long you know people, okay? It doesn't matter. But I highly doubt, at the same time, I feel like it finally had to happen to get this person out of the way so then I stopped thinking about them. Okay, so that could be something else too. Okay, so you might start a job somewhere, okay, and you are totally crushing on the boss, but you're like, I can't fucking hit on the boss. Like, what the fuck? So, like, date one of the employees. Okay, date an employee or get close to the employees until you get to know the boss. Because you know that saying, fuck around, find out. Okay, but if you're not fucking around, which I don't feel like you are, that's why I'm like, if you're looking for the home run, this is the person to do that because they're a king. They don't fuck around. You just might be really worried about it. I don't know. Maybe you guys, I don't know. There's so many maybes in this, okay? There could be so many maybes. But the thing is that, you know, if they like you, Ace of Cups, which I feel like they do. If they like you, they're going to ask you out. Okay, so you might think for a little while like this person doesn't like you because they're not asking you out. Okay, it's like it might feel like it's not going anywhere, but then the tower is going to come down. Remember, the tower came down in the last reading too. The tower is going to come down. Okay, and this card always reminds me. I don't know why, but whenever I look at this card, this guy always reminds me of Jeff Goldblum. I don't know why. He just appeared. Oh, yeah, I watched Independence Day, and then I watched a couple Jurassic Parks. I've been a little under the weather, so I'm watching a little bit of movies. And Jeff Goldblum has been in, like, 5 of the last, 7 movies I've watched. And, like, now he shows up, because these are movies, too, right? So I don't really know. It could be him. Really. I don't know. Because, I mean, that's Robert Duvall, pretty sure. So that could be Jeff Goldblum. It really could. I just don't know that movie. I'm going to have to look up. Now that I'm thinking about it, because they are movies. So, anyways, I'm getting a little off topic. I feel like they like you. So if it's like a month or so and they still haven't asked you out or something, 8 of Cups, they're like, don't walk away. Okay. Or if you feel like you know, if someone likes you and they don't make a move on you or something like that, then, you know, walk away, go make your move on somebody else. I don't know. Try not to shit where you eat. Okay. I'm kind of getting that as well, but you only live once. You could die tomorrow. You could die the end of the month. Okay. And that's the thing. We don't know. So I know that. And honestly, people think jobs are so important. Yes. Jobs are so important. They take up 90% of the fucking whole reason why we're here. We lose so much of our life because of jobs. But always remember, if you are following your heart, you're not going to lose anything. Okay? You will only gain. So, consider yourself like lucky. Because sometimes, honestly, this shit, it's hard to find one person to like, let alone multiple people to like and or that like you. All right? And I kind of think that's it. I'm super tired. I have a lot of shit to do, so I'm going to hit it 40 minutes on the dot. I hope this resonates with whoever ends up watching it in the end. Okay. Personal readings, obviously, in the description, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Peace out.